Okay, thank you everybody for coming for this October 19th Fall Fest meeting. I'd like to call this meeting to order. First order of business is to approve the Special Projects Committee meeting of August 19th. Do I have a motion to approve the meetings as written?
Approved. Second.
Okay, meeting minutes are approved. So the agenda is to continue to plan and finalize our Fall Fest meeting. And the first item will go, everybody get a sheet, outline that we're going. Shuttles, we're not gonna have any shuttles, is that correct?
That is still to be determined. The shuttle service that we used last year, that was very expensive, they're booked up.
How much were,
They were like $2,000.
and how much are the big buses we had, for, was it the 4th of July?
No, it was last year's.
Was,
one.
okay,
You know,
because,
we're actually looking at the feasibility of trying to find a couple of four-seater type Kubotas that could be for public works, but could also be repurposed for these events.
well, Kubotas be heavy. Kathy and I are looking at a golf cart, and we were at a place in Greenville, and they had 8-seaters for about 10,000. Now,
You can,
no, and some of them are lifted, you see some of the carts with a more aggressive tire, but I just thought I'd mention that too, if that,
Well, I talked with the mayor, and we are looking at trying to maybe find some gently used for a good price. Again, the intent would be they could be used, but they would also be able to be used for day-to-day stuff as well. But, I've got a couple leads. I had a 6-seater that Jerry and I were gonna look at, but it was an electric. They really need gas because the electrics, you get about 2 hours and you got to charge, 2 hours charge. That's not
well,
gonna work.
these are lithium ion. But I can give you the information if you're interested.
Yeah, we're still shooting to have transit. I don't know what that's gonna look like, but, we're working hard to make that happen. But the buses, the shuttle buses are not gonna happen. They've been long booked up.
The next is parking. Now, the one thing I didn't see is for vendor parking. You know, we're gonna have the vendors over by the club pavilion. And they'll drop their stuff off. There should be plenty of room at the CBC parking lot. So we designate the vendor parking there.
Can we make the very back end for vendors and then parking and then car show?
oh, you mean put the vendors in the very back of the CDC parking lot,
Yeah,
which would be
backward.
about what,
Back where the hill was.
20 cars, 20
Yeah.
cars.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
And then the car show is one of those on the side by CDC. Will that work?
I think so.
So the vendors are
You
gonna.
know, really, going back to the show, I think we need them, but not to the extent maybe we needed them last year, because it's not that far wrong. And there's some people that probably need.
Well, it is if you park at this chapel
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's a
I
little-
was the chapel, we could park it.
in CDC lot, but how much room is really gonna be there by the time we've got the car shows, people, and then the vendor parking? Will there still be?
Well,
20, 30?
are we gonna have to, if, that's a good point, we may have to designate it,
Right.
but, you know, I think this is just specifically for vendor.
I'm confident we could get a couple of limo type golf carts, but the thing is, or Kubota type units. Or we don't have volunteers to help drive them.
Mhm.
So that's another thing to think about.
I would do it, but usually I'm running around the vendor
I think we
areas.
would do it, that's one, I don't know how many are, that's.
And Jack probably would.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good with parking. The vendor fees, we pretty much touched on that in the last few minutes, so we're good there, right?
Mhm.
We got 25, we anticipate, where do you think?
One more.
One more, yeah.
I had to talk to the local library band that was at the Touch a Truck Habitats. They were already booked for this. She said so she was interested in coming next year. So if we can get a date for next year.
Third Saturday.
Huh?
The third Saturday. Then the way signage reads, third Saturday in October.
Okay. Then, I'll get you that. Got it. Bookmark.
Okay.
Is the 18th.
And she said they, they look up over your head for things like this.
Now, the problem, we gotta be diligent to not intrude on the golf part.
Yeah, we marked it on the map, and I think truly.
And the club marks it. too.
They should, but, that was a big, worry to them. And
Well, I thought
really,
he said he was gonna have the employees park where, over there by the dumpster area a little bit, because they usually park up front. So I thought he said employees, they would have parked to the side.
That's what he said.
But I think talking to maybe where the sidewalk goes to the patio right there,
Mhm.
coming forward this way, that's gonna be their parking,
Employees are gone.
both.
Okay.
And then from there back, the our stuff,
Mhm.
I thought we were using,
No,
Who's that?
Right.
Ryan.
Oh, okay, yeah, and we'll probably, at some point in time in the next couple of weeks, maybe walk over there and kind of mark off, say 26 or 30 spaces. And where do we want to put, we always seem to get complaints about the pork rind guy.
He was the truck, food trucks.
Oh, okay.
He wanted, he was happy with that.
Well, we talk about parking, we're getting that time of year where the timeshare pool gets kind of vacant. I wonder, we could talk to them, there's probably more parking spaces over
Yeah, easily.
there. I mean, if we were shoveling, we could just add that to the route, but
Well, that might be good for the vendors and have somebody show
because that's
them.
not too terribly far.
Right.
No,
We can reach out to Danielle, I guess. But I exercise there, I know right now it's on the private gym.
now the vendors, some of them have trailers that could be tricky over the timeshares.
Somebody's not as many as it used to be. I don't know.
Really?
It could be, it could be.
Good deal. So vendors, we're good, and we'll mark those off. I mean, I guess there are, the ones that have 3 or 100 and 150, do they all want to be together? Last year, there was some people who
Well,
wanted
I
to
know, like the one with 3, what's her name?
Jerry Smith.
No,
Oh, Phoebe?
no, she was Lisa James, she got 310. She and, Unto These Fields or whatever, they'll both be next to each other.
Lisa James with, oh, y'all doing that.
You can't, yeah,
be. Okay,
they won't be next to each other.
so I guess, what can we do? Can we assign a number to each one of these vendors at some point? And then we can go over there and say, this is number 1, this is number 2, number 3, number 4, 5, and 6.
That's what they do to the events in Clayton, and it works real good. They have somebody at the entrance, meet them
With a,
with a little, do that, little Scooby.
little Scooby.
And, your name and number, Of course, they haven't posted up on the columns, but still, we can come up with a way to.
Yeah, because I tried, you made numbers last year, I tried to nail them in, and it just goes.
Well, what this is, can we come up with enough stakes to staple the numbers to that, and then it'd be to the back of it? Where the 10.
What are y'all thinking though? Okay, are people gonna be like that grassy parking area? Are people gonna be, the booths backed up to those, back to back, or how are you thinking, one big horseshoe?
It's horseshoe, yeah,
Okay.
or half a horseshoe, you know, depends how it works out, yeah. I think so.
Or just a little
Yeah.
lean-to plastic thing with a number on it.
It'd be cheaper to do the steaks, but
If we can do this, it's just something that we can designate as great.
we could,
Cause we can use over year in and year out, you know.
Reuse it.
Yeah.
Your job.
I think we're still on the same area. But Jason told me, Ryan, told me I ran into him one day in the club, and he said that they are gonna have a booth for alcohol. And they've worked through that idea on their own, you know, how they're gonna handle that. And he was planning on having it about where that walkway is, I was saying. Where, you know, but, his biggest concern, but he said he worked through it, is that they don't leave Sky Valley property or the club property
Mhm.
with the drink.
how close is that, sidewalk to the building?
To the
Come-
building?
Goes right, it goes to the back, or the lakeside room, it's right
Yeah,
parallel lakeside.
75 feet maybe.
Okay.
And that's where they're gonna, well, I understand, they're gonna block off, they're gonna open those doors in the lakeside room. And then the next ones, and you order your food, pick it up in the other door.
Where's it?
All
Oh, it's right here.
type
I
of.
think it's right in along here.
Okay. Alright, so I was just thinking, I knew we were putting two big fire trucks,
And
but
the
it's
other,
closer in.
and the other thing with him was, D had already set up music for the thing, and without even telling me.
Yeah.
And I said, well, Ryan, I said, we've already got a band. I said, why don't you get yours for Saturday night,
Mhm.
you know? And, but they still would like to have it on the patio. I think that'd be good to have the band down there.
On that evening,
Oh, that day.
two bands?
No, not two bands. That band, our band, on the patio instead of the pavilion. So what do y'all think of that? And now we need it in front of you. That's his thoughts.
Cause we said under the club,
Right.
can everybody go over to the patio?
Sure. And they're gonna have box lunches.
Well, I'm not sure I'm happy about that.
He asked you that last time you did.
No, the box
You
lunches
said
don't
no,
bother me a
the
bit,
band.
but if the band's over there, the box lunches are over there, it seems like everybody's gonna go that way. We've got food trucks set up too, so I just hate to cater to the club.
Well, the car show will be down here,
Yeah,
so
so that's where
they'll
the
need the
food,
food trucks, so.
they will, but we
But,
want.
yeah.
And then you say though that we're not gonna have any food type stuff. It's gonna be,
No, I did not say that.
What-
We got hamburger guy.
oh, did you?
Yeah, and steak and potato, steak, shredded potatoes. or
Yeah.
something like that. But, I'll do whatever y'all think, if you think that's the best place for them. Can everyone hear the band?
I would think so.
No, you're just, the vendors are gonna hear it.
But they would only do.
Well, that's what I'm saying, the vendor said, but obviously the car show, people wouldn't hear either place.
So the car show,
We have our own music.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that would be the case.
Yeah, we have music up there.
Mhm. Rap, kind of urban music.
Yeah, sure. With you dancing.
Mhm. Be representing. Well, good deal. So we good on the vendors. So I guess your concern is there's gonna be a conflict with food vendors. The food vendors are gonna get chapped
Yeah.
because the clubs get.
Well, I don't even know that they would realize they're all over there, but I just think if we've invited them, we wanna give them ample opportunity at the crowd. And I'm not saying that competing with the club can do whatever they wanna do, I just think though, if we say, hey, the band's over here, there's food right here, and there's alcohol right here, why would you even need to go over there to the car show or the food truck?
Other than parking, coming and going, you know?
Yeah, but
Now, is Ryan, hell bent? I mean, he's gonna have the box lunches, or is that So that's,
And that doesn't bother me, I think they can have their part as well. But I,
That's it.
Let's see, they didn't do it last year,
Yeah.
and they, actually, I don't remember one time they did it at a fall fest.
well, there was a little edginess between
Yeah.
last year and that's gone, so which is nice. Okay, so we're good?
And see, another thing, I'm not trying to take their side, but we've gotta maybe humor them a little bit, because after this year, we might not have it.
yeah, I'm not.
Again, we might not have any other place to have it other than that.
You still okay with the VFW having a little tent set up there by the car show
Yeah,
with donuts and water for donuts? Okay.
it's just,
Like I said, hot dog
yeah,
and
the
water.
whole setting we're setting up to me just seems like though it's going that way. But,
See, I thought you were having the, and I guess I misunderstood too, the food truck closer to
but we
the
didn't really
bridge,
have any place.
the bridge area, you know, I thought that's what we talked about last time.
Oh, they'll be where they were, have always been, right in front of CBC.
Mhm.
Because they-
They were tapping into the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
and they
They
needed
need that Wi-Fi.
proximity to the,
Yeah.
lodge.
But we'll try, I mean, if we think that's,
Well, we need to make it work for everybody.
well, if it can be heard, the band needs to be heard, I've never hung out on the patio. But this might be my first chance.
Mhm.
Yeah. What was it down there? Something was going on down at the pavilion, I can't remember now. And a group had their own golf tournament, and they had a band. And man, was it loud. I mean, they were playing rock music, and they were jamming. And,
At the pavilion?
no,
At
at
the-
the club, outside, but you could hear it throughout the valley.
Okay, so on the map, then I'll change it to say there will be show me here at the, back here,
Now, this is for what, Sharon?
the band.
Where do you think?
Well,
See where it says Sky Valley Country Club? Yeah.
so it would be,
Top left?
Woods Green, Sky Valley Country Club. But where should I put the little,
well, this is where the vendors are looking, right?
yeah, but where's the band?
The band's gonna be.
That's the one,
That's the problem, so it'd be
Be
right
right
here.
there.
so we can, right here by the.
Right here.
Right, this is where I love this part.
Here.
Okay. The band. Okay.
Well, we can, you know, I mean, we can
Let's let it go.
address with it and just see. They care and that we can have the band back down at the pavilion.
Let's talk to him.
I don't think it's
Well,
that big a deal to them.
well, if you think about it though, it might be better over there, I'm thinking now, because it's more centralized. The dogs are gonna be near the pavilion, that won't upset them, right? Because we were having them pretty close and that was where the parade and everything was gonna start on.
Where the dog's gonna be?
Dog stop.
Have you got any, speaking of that, you got any final word from them, what they're
Well,
doing?
Gal's on here, so I was hoping.
I think those are gonna be on the croquet lawn, I think.
That would be a win-win.
They will enter the dog costume contest at the club hospital,
Interesting.
so somebody will be over there.
Talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gordon.
So we go with the band,
Yeah,
okay? Food trucks, we pretty much got Kona Ice, 2, 3 food. Who are the food trucks, Sharon?
is it Soda Shop, Soda Fountain? The one from, Hollywood, Tiger area. And then one, I don't know their name, but he,
Yes or no?
No, they never, they said they were coming, but then they haven't ever responded back. No, that was for Fourth of July.
They were upset with us? Did there was miscommunication on Independence, or they just bulled up?
They just didn't show.
Okay.
And then, the guy with, I don't know his name, the baked potatoes, and he has like shredded pork and shredded steak and stuff like that on them, and then Kona ice.
The hamburger
The hamburger guy, soda, I
guy.
can't remember, soda shop, soda fountain, you know, they used to be in the pharmacy there in Clayton.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They came last year, they did well. And then the pork rind guy, so he said over there.
He stayed last year, he said, and hung out there and picked up people coming off 9.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, we made a killing. He
Yeah,
said
he
he
said.
sold out every year he's been here.
Oh, Stinky.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I can't wait for, what's her name? What's the ones, the ladies that are always,
Oh, your buddies.
yeah, wearing me out? Anyhow.
Yeah.
Map handouts were good there, right?
Yep.
You gonna do a QR on that?
I am, I just, yeah, that thing I gave y'all from is last year's more, because I couldn't make it until we were.
And most of you have to, turn yours over, it's on the back. So yeah. Signage.
Oh, signage is on the front of mine. QR code will be done. Dog informational signs, we still have them from last year. Hayride, we got it from last year. Fire truck rides, I don't have a sign for that. You want me to? I'll get one.
You got more bullets on yours than the one you sent me. Did you give me a loser here?
It's the first one I gave you, you said make everything bigger. I did.
Well, I did. Signs, you've got 5 bullet points, I've only got 4. What's dogs, hayride, fire, and shuttle stops, what's the other one?
QR code.
Oh, okay.
So hayride and make some. We have shuttle stops already.
Could we get those frames for the feather flag for the car show? I need 2 of those again.
Okay. You know where they are.
Oh, you're.
They were under the chapel, remember, on this,
On Ridge Pole.
Yeah.
the church there by Ridge Pool.
Mhm.
You and I went under there and got a couple of them.
Well, they're in the closet, just as you walk into the, CBC, there's a little, where it used to be a spiral staircase going upstairs,
Okay.
they're all in there. We've got the hammer. Do you have the hammers?
Yeah, I've got the hammers and whatever, yeah. I
Okay.
just need the
And you have the rebar?
framework. No,
You need rebar, the
Rebar.
poles,
and poles.
and the poles.
The rebar was in there with
Mhm.
the flags in that same room.
Okay.
So all that stuff was right there.
You know
So,
where it is?
Yeah, I know where the room
You go
is.
get
Okay.
so that's trying to car show.
It's just finding the right key.
Bruce, you ever find that?
No,
Oh, we might go for it, I just didn't know if you'd seen it in there. And, CBC.
I know, they got moves around and, when we were setting up for, Memorial Day or whatever, somebody moved stuff around, so we're starting to shuffle things to get ready to move in the other place, so. 2 feather flags. So signs were good.
Yeah, I've got 2 additional car show signs too. One, the regular stick in the ground.
Yeah, go take care of it.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're good. I think we need one more.
Okay, trash cans and trash, we're good. Are we gonna designate Sharon on the map, trash?
Mhm.
Do we need to?
Mhm. We did it too crowded.
Good deal. Okay, volunteers. For pumpkin painting and dog custody. How about Lise?
Haven't asked her. I'm supposed to see her today, I'll check on that.
It's too soon. Independence Day.
It might not be for
You still bleeding on that?
I'm ready fire him situation.
But we can't let her go. I volunteer,
Jason's a pretty good artist.
is he?
Oh.
You say that, look,
Well, we don't need artists, we just need
I'm
people
just kidding.
manning the station.
I volunteered for stuff 21 years ago and I'm still doing it, so can't let her off the hook.
I'm not,
I mean, it's
I'm not,
where-
one of my daughters, maybe tell my daughters to do it.
And I'm gonna check with the police and see, it's not gonna be. What was her issue that, she didn't have enough help?
She didn't have enough help, she didn't have a megaphone, she just, yeah, and then the net was kind of not where she thought it was gonna be, so we had all,
Well, none of that stuff's gonna come into play for this, is it?
Right.
oh, and a child mocked her. That-
Child mocked?
And I said, as a teacher, I can feel nothing for you.
Making the kid's face.
No.
We don't have to
You
repeat it.
mentioned that last meeting.
Yeah, the last time we did that, Rick, it was, they had a line of 20 people,
And
and we just,
there
we just don't have the
We're
volunteers.
lucky to get all the supplies for that, pumpkin, you got pumpkins.
Yeah, but these gonna be like small ones, right?
I don't know about those.
You like the pumpkins? I asked you,
Them,
you got the ones.
We got the big pumpkins for the decorating.
Yeah, but we need the
corners.
little ones, and they can be these little ones, but these might be cheaper. We need probably 75, I don't know.
What's that?
The ones that are,
Pumpkins?
the ones that are about the size of an orange, you're talking about?
Yeah,
Can be.
Chris was about that big.
These little ones are cute, little squishy ones, but they're hard to paint, I mean.
You did an eyeball with it.
It's that other undisclosed duties here.
So suppose I need that.
Yeah, job description.
Right. Fresh.
paper towels.
And trash can, and trash can over there.
Where we're at now.
No, we have,
It's gonna be in
It's under the-
CBC,
it's gonna be-
Portico.
It's gonna be
we
right
have a
next to
tent for
me.
the dog registration, but we need another tent for the pumpkin. Or they just gonna,
They're gonna be under the portico of the CDC, right, I get one end and then you have the other.
I mean. just
I wrote it down the last time, Holly told me, or somebody told me what to get.
Let's open up another door, let's do it.
It's gonna be a water based.
Okay, volunteers, you good there? Any other,
Speaking of volunteers, the Boy Scouts, are they gonna have volunteer for this year?
They're gonna be selling, aren't
Well, she sold last year, but then she had
they?
like
What would
six.
you have them do? I don't know if you want directing traffic or.
It's not maybe not that, but they were helping vendors set up and tear down at the end. And then I think having somebody just to be sure to not get into the parking area that they should by the clubhouse. And that's just about, and keeping people off the croquet court.
Well, we're gonna have a couple of volunteers. I expect to, we did last year, should expect to this year. A couple of volunteers for parking cars for the car show. So they will be able to direct people down in this area for parking, as well as directing people into the car show.
do they need a designation vest, just like a high vis vest for the volunteers?
It'd be good to have a vest if you got
So
a
people can say, okay, you can go to them and they can tell you.
yeah. I may have a couple of vests, but I'll have to look and see. If not, can we get a couple from the city?
Who's got,
Yes, sir.
you got some.
I've got several for the cleanup.
let me see what I got.
Mhm.
Thank you. Those are like me.
I think I've got a couple.
And speaking of that, I'm gonna do a cleanup, a city cleanup from the front entrance down to, the junction. Maybe a couple days before, Fall Fest. And hopefully, seems like every time we do it, the day after, somebody throws a big old bag and it just spreads stuff all through there.
Yeah, that's amazing, y'all have done it. Then we, what, several weeks later, I had them start at the guardrail just through the city limit out in Long Mountain. It was terrible.
We stopped doing that. Tim and I used to do that, but there's very little room to walk.
Oh, yeah.
And when they're coming from Highlands, they just blow through there. It's just dangerous. You need to have the police shadowing there just to slow people down. But anyhow, that's another thing. We're gonna do a cleanup a couple days before Fall Fest.
Well, Gail. Are you, you're on mute, oh, there you go. Are you, and your team working with Gordon for the, dog events?
Yes, yes, we are. And Gordon is in Savannah, so he couldn't be there. He's the ringleader.
Okay, good.
Did they contact Paws for Life?
I didn't, and I do not know whether or not Gordon has. I would assume that he did because we were at the last meeting and he was going to take care of that. And actually what I'll do when I get off from the meeting, I'll go ahead and call Paws for Life. Because we talked about the fact that we need to coordinate the photos because we were taking photos and they were taking photos. And so I'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, volunteer schedule, area, we done there? That item?
Mhm.
Okay.
Will the VFW have their own tables? Okay. Oh,
What else do they need? The VFW, they're gonna have a tent or
Yeah, they'll have a,
They've got their own little grill. The grill.
yeah, we should need to think, they didn't need electricity for anything.
No.
I don't think I need electricity for us, the sound system, the speakers.
there is, the portico. If you're coming down Sky Valley Way and you veer off and come under the portico, right there at the left corner, there's two outlets right there
That's great.
Yeah.
that are hot.
That's perfect, yeah.
and the Wi-Fi will be on?
I think it's always on. It's always on. Good there? Kids events, Blue Bus,
No go.
are there any other kids events?
Okay,
Well, the pumpkin.
hayride,
Archer.
Face painting is a no.
fire truck rides, yeah.
You say we got 75 pumpkins,
150 we're trying,
150. Man, we need a trash can there.
yes. I'm gonna try to get some of those stretchy cloths, so. Jerry's gonna have tables there.
Hang up down Espatola.
That would be fun.
Fire truck rides were good there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be there.
Where is that gonna initiate?
Near the hayride area,
Fire truck rides, okay.
if they're waiting on one, they can do the other.
What page you on, Sharon?
Oh, I got page 2, no waste here.
Hay rides. We're all set, and that kicks off right there at the same place, but, do we have times for, the hay rides?
We normally start about 11:30 there, by the time when it's good and warm. And it's usually nonstop till about 2:30.
Is it one load or two?
No, I have two.
Two, two.
Typically, we'll have that new Holland and Dustin's there, we're gonna John Deere.
So you're gonna have two.
Deer season stuff.
They get a little, it's a little kind of.
So we're gonna have two hay rides?
We have.
Okay.
It's not the same.
I'll get the produce, trailer again. I'd like to.
Pumpkin painting, when is that gonna kick off?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Sure.
Fire truck rides, when do they start? 10?
We'll probably be there all day.
The scout will be,
Yeah, they got good
they'll also,
work.
See, they get community hours.
she just said that'll be good because they always have too many gathering around.
Eating their snacks.
Yeah, it's fine.
They get the-
So hay rides are all set there. Dog parade starts at 1:15. Did we get into when they're gonna register for that?
1:15 is the,
Registration?
no, that's not right. I wrote it somewhere. Dog costume contest, registration is 10 to 1, judging is at 2.
The parade's at 1:15.
Yeah. Registration. And I'll have all the certificates and everything for the dog show, just like we did.
And the judging is 2, right? Okay, got that. Anything else we need to add on the dog parade and setup?
What is the dog parade? Where are they parading and ending up for the,
I thought they said the vendor area, that's what we
Yeah.
read.
but I mean, that little circle, not little bit, they will start up,
There'd be nobody there but perfect.
Pavilion.
up there by, yeah,
Pavilion, they could do all this and parade it by the pavilion.
yeah, that's what about,
We should have the same honey bucket set up as we did, but we put a couple of them at the city pavilion, but there's nothing going on there. We want to redistribute those.
Honey buckets.
More bodies.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Things like that.
they're called something different at industrial site.
That's the nicest one.
Yeah, that's
We
nice.
want- But we put a couple at the city pavilion because of the hot dog fest, but we want to kind of redistribute them anywhere closer. Around, well, I think there's 2 hand washing stations too.
Well, we said we put a hand washing station near the food trucks, the restroom,
Okay.
the map, and then we were still gonna put one over there, I thought, by the, club restroom.
I think there's 5 total.
So if you put 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we need one by the, where you've got by the car show.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the dog route. They're gonna register over at the pavilion, correct?
Yes.
So what's the route gonna be? Are they gonna parade in front of the vendors and then go on down and head up to the chapel or the church? Or are they just, we're gonna keep them?
All they said last time was through the vendor area.
yeah, that's what I just asked, I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they make the parking lot, I guess, I don't remember, I didn't see it last year, I missed it somehow.
I didn't see anything.
depending on how hot it is,
Yeah.
be hot on their feet, some of them, we just walking too far.
Did we supply water buckets for them, or did the dog owners do that?
I think the booth had some.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gail, is that correct? We'll have water for the dogs?
Yes, I think we had water for the dogs last year. We brought several cases of water and so we did supply it. But I think there was other people that supplied it as well, but we usually take care of that.
Okay, and any like mess bags, or if the dog has an accident?
I'm sorry, what?
The dogs have an accident, is it the owner's responsibility?
Oh, right. Yes. Well, you know, these people usually are pretty good about that, but we do bring extra bags.
Okay. So the route is in the vendor area, it's gonna stay right in there?
Yeah,
Or
I think our new location this year, last year, we were, if you're looking at the lodge to the left, and we were way back in the back, almost by that hillside, and we're gonna be more centrally located this year. And we tend on, we stay right in that area. We're not gonna be parading like all the way to the chapel and back, I'm sure. We haven't really
good.
designated our route yet, but we're gonna try to stay pretty local.
We'll get them little booties. Okay, we're good on the dog contest items.
I think so.
Car show. Anything we need to add? We know it's gonna be in a parking lot, we got goodie bags, 10 places, 10 trophies, dash plates. What are the dash plates?
Oh, they're right there.
I have all of that, I got the trophies in already, and I have so many of these, are they able to be used again this
Oh,
year?
yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. That's why we didn't put dates or anything on them. So-
Yeah. Okay, well then I'll just change the vehicle to match that,
Okay,
these were the voter things, and then we've already.
yeah, we've got more vendors on there now.
We got, yeah, so
We've got,
we're
and
gonna
then,
change that this week, so I'll be getting with you.
yeah, and we've got,
Waiting for,
Brian picking up some of the door prizes.
My nephew's gonna, bring a car for that. What does he need to do?
show up.
Show up,
That's it.
that's it. Everything else is there.
The only thing, last year, we have donuts and coffee for the car show, the participants that show up in the morning, because some of them come pretty early. Last year, I paid for the donuts out of pocket. Did the city do that this year? Last year, it was $125. This year, it's only gonna be $100. But I don't know.
We got-
Yeah. Just come out of supplies and materials, that's reasonable.
Because we've got the coffee donated to stuff.
Rick,
Yeah.
do any of the, car show folks have an old restored police car with a little,
None that I know of, but I can check with the
that'd be fun.
card club and
Would y'all be able to get the donuts?
and Franklin and see, I'm sorry.
Would y'all be able to get the donuts?
Oh, yeah.
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 We could just turn in a receipt.
That'd be fun to get a, really cool, bubble gum.
Little Barney Fife car.
Yeah,
And I don't know.
I haven't seen one.
I haven't seen one at any of the shows.
No. Well,
This is Chuck.
Chuck.
does everybody know Chuck?
Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Chuck Pike. I'm learning from Rick.
Of the Fight Clan,
Yes.
He's gonna be doing this next year. I'm not gonna do the car show next year, so Chuck's gonna take it over.
and he's also deacon of our church. Okay, the only thing I added on the classic car show is 2 feather flags. We'll supply you guys. Other than that, you're good?
We've got,
Yeah, I believe so. We've got volunteers, we got signs, we got. I think we're good. Easy.
Hay Bale Trail, Holly's not here, she kind of spearheads that, or somebody else. You doing the Hay Bale Trail, Sharon? Kind of coordinating that, so are you good?
I get other ones, I might as well.
That was time I had call.
And you know, if
Time
Trump,
and a half,
I suppose. Talk about
we'll talk about that later.
that.
if Trump wins, that won't be taxed.
That's right.
Your overtime, so they got that going for you. So 30 bales, signs, so we're good there, and you know where they're gonna pretty much be the same place.
Mm,
Are we gonna spread them out? Are you gonna have the collegiate ones up by the,
I think, yeah,
where they always in front of the post office? Okay, so we're good here.
There's one here, probably one in front of my bridge.
Okay, next page. That's it. Isn't it? Is that the last one you have?
let me check, yes.
Anything that anybody can think of that we, missed? Protocol that's.
Sure, as far as advertising, kid, you're so good at it. And he reached out on the internet to like Sky Valley neighborhoods, Sweet on Sky Valley, all of those. And even now, we want to, so we've got a few spots left for vendors.
Sure.
And that could generate some,
That'd be nice. You know, 2 weeks ago, I sent you, I took some pictures. I can't remember where it was. And the vendors didn't have cards and I took a picture of stuff. That's what I had sent to you. It was just photos of vendors. I can get it, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that now.
Yeah.
I don't know, that week is always real jammed up.
That's a tough week up here.
Tough month.
But, I think our specialty is smaller vendors anyway. The great big ones that travels all over the place, they're rigid in what they do.
That one at Hiawassee, they had, a guy that did pencil art.
He's
He
not,
was excellent.
he doesn't have time.
Oh, so we've reached out to him?
I reached out to one that was in another craft show we were at, he did, cartoon-like things.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
very,
man, they were lined up forever, I don't do small shows like that. Okay.
Well, there are several shows that weekend, so.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
frankly.
well, that one's 3 days.
Mm.
That's when I got dismissed from.
Yes, you were escorted.
Well, that's all I have. If there's any other things, details that we missed, you think, Jason? And
No, I mean, we're, in a lot of ways, I think, on the marching orders and always, the mayor should be back very early October, but we should be putting the hay bales out. They're already here right there, so we'll be getting in position here early next week, probably, and tell people to have them done in time.
Yeah,
About 2 weeks, I think.
The other committee that does the square bell decoration will be starting around on the 23rd, doing all their decorating.
Yeah, we get all our stuff next week, Wednesdays.
now that this is kind of centralized over by the club, except for the car show, regardless of what transpires with development, I think we should be able to continue to go forward with Fall Fest. What are your thoughts? Jason,
I think that, you never know what future holds. But
Yeah.
just keep on playing where we're at, Well, obviously, we don't own that property, but as long as they allow us to keep doing it, but,
having it where it is now makes it more viable
yeah.
going forward, I think. Well, like I say, that's all I have. Does someone want to make a motion to adjourn? Second, so moved, so we are adjourned. Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you, everybody,
Bye, thank
Thank you, Gail.
for all your work. I don't know that anybody realizes how much work this is.
Here's what says.
Kudos.